Mm. Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
It is stated that a devotee will at once develop pure love of Krishna in the wake of the gopis if he once take a bath in Radha Kunda. Sri Rupa Goswami recommends that even if one cannot live permanently on the bank of Radha Kunda, he should at least take a bath in the lake as many times as possible. This is a most important item in the execution of devotional service. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur writes in this connection that Sri Radha Kunda is the most select place for those interested in advancing their devotional service. In the wake of the lady friends, Sakhis, and confidential serving maids, Manjiris, of Srimati Radharani, living entities who are eager to return home to the transcendental kingdom of God, Golok Vrindavan, by means of attaining their spiritual bodies, Siddha Deha, should live at Radhakunda, take shelter of the confidential serving maids of Sri Radha, and under their direction engage constantly in her service. This is the most exalted method for those engaged in devotional service under the protection of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In
Okay,
this
okay, okay, okay,
connection,
okay, okay. Yeah, wait. Lot of things are told. We'll discuss that. After this, Bhaktivedanta Thakur's will start. Yeah. So, yeah, we will read once more here and highlight few things. It is stated that a devotee at once develop pure love of Krishna in the wake of gopis if he once takes bath in the Radhakund. Where is it mentioned? Where did this statement come from?
The previous verse.
Hmm?
Tatpremedam Chakrit Apisaram.
Yes. It is mentioned by Rupa Goswami only. This is not Prabhupada's statement. Rupa Goswami himself is saying that once anybody takes bath, he will develop pure love. What is that pure love? Tat premedam. That love which is there in the heart of gopis. Okay. That pure love of Krishna in the wake of the gopis. That love he will develop. Not any just normal love. Not Sakhya Bhav. Not Sakhya Ras. Okay. Not Vatsalya Ras. That love which is in the heart of gopis, which is that Madhurya Ras. That he will develop. That chance is there. If he is in the right mood. That possibility is there. Okay. Like that. So Rupa Goswami recommends that if one cannot live permanently, means he is saying one should live permanently if possible. If one cannot live permanently, mentally, obviously, not physically, mentally. Physically also, we should not neglect it. But for the sake of preaching, we may not be able to live there permanently, physically. But at least mentally one should live, he is saying. How? Until when? Permanently. On the banks of Radhakund. Then he is saying he should at least take a bath in the lake as many times as possible. So sometimes we have to doubt whether should we take bath even once, Prabhuji. But if we read this purport, it will be clear. Prabhupada is not saying that one should not take bath even once. He is saying one should take bath in the lake as many times as possible. Okay. This is a most important item in the execution of devotional service. Okay. It's not an important item. It's most important item. Like that he is saying. Okay. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur is quoted by Srila Prabhupada that Radhakund is the most select place. For whom? For those interested in advancing in their devotional service in the wake of the Sakhis or the lady friends or gopis and confidential maid servants like Manjaris of Srimati Radharani. Okay. So it's very specific place which is meant for specific people with a specific desire. Not that everybody can go and do frivolous activity there. So we have a pastime where Srila Prabhupada told some of his disciples not to take bath in Radhakund. Why? Does anyone know what was the context of that? Why did Srila Prabhupada abandon few of his disciples to take bath in Radhakund? Yes, Anish Bro.
I think they like why I think they used to meet some Babajis there and they used to like stray away from the path, I think, and they used to give them Siddha Pranali or something like that.
No, no, I'm not asking what something or you think. Have you heard properly somewhere and then you are saying, or it's something?
I heard in some classes, Prabhuji.
Okay,
I
okay,
don't.
okay. Okay, let's hear from other devotees. Yeah, that is one reason which is there recently. But did it happen at the time of Prabhupada? I doubt. Yeah. Okay, Amrish Prantu. Yeah.
The devotees are usually playing in Radhakund. So taking bath is different and playing like in a pool is different. So Prabhupada said that like don't play. It's
Okay.
like a holy sacred place. So
Okay.
therefore he said no.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That is what actually happened. That some of the disciples, when they reached Vrindavan, so they were unaware. Not that they wanted to disrespect Radhakund. They were unaware of the glories of Radhakund. So they frivolously, just like there may be some swimming pool in USA. Okay. They went like that in that mood and then started doing some frivolous activities there. So Prabhupada came to know and then he completely was very, very upset with that basically. And then he told not to take bath in Radhakund, which is uh, considered as a eternal instruction of Srila Prabhupada. And it is considered as something which is higher than what he has told in his books. Okay. And what Anish Prabhu also told is right, actually, because many, many devotees have done that mistake also, that they have strayed away from the path of bhakti by getting to the sidetrack path of Siddha Pranali from Radhakund Babas. Okay. That has come up more recently because at that time of Prabhupada, there were not so much of uh, Radhakund Babajis who were not genuine. Okay. They were more of genuine type. Okay. So both are there. So yeah, and that's why Prabhupada is quoting that Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in his connection that Radhakund is the most secret, most select place for those interested in advancing in their devotional service. And it gives a specific type of love. Okay. Yeah. Divinities who are eager to return home to transcendental kingdom of God, Goloka Vrindavan, by means of attaining their spiritual bodies, should live at Radha Kund, take shelter of confidential maids of Sri Radha, and under their direction engage constantly in her service. Yeah, so this is again something which is to be done mentally, mental service, which Bhaktivinoda Thakur told earlier. Prabhupada is quoting from there. And surely it is to be done something where in the Siddha Deha. So Seva Sadhak Rupena Siddha Dehena Siddha Rupena Chatri, that Rupa Goswami said, right? So in that understanding here, Prabhupada is bringing out the second part of it. That how in the mood of the eternal service to Srimati Radharani, one can do service at Radhakund. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So this is the most exalted method of those engaged in devotional service under the protection of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So as I told, specific to Gaudiya Vaishnavas, this method is presented. Okay. Yes, Mataji, please continue. Sharyu Mataji, are you there? Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
In this connection, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes that even great sages and great devotees like Narada and Sanaka do not get an opportunity to come to Radha Kunda to take their baths. What then to speak of ordinary devotees? If by great fortune one gets an opportunity to come to Radha Kunda and bathe even once, he can develop his transcendental love for Krishna, exactly as the gopis did. It is also recommended that one should live on the banks of Radha Kunda and should be absorbed in the loving service of the Lord. one should bathe there regularly and give up all material conceptions, taking shelter of Sri Radha and her assistant gopis. If one is thus constantly engaged during his lifetime, after giving up the body, he will return back to Godhead to serve Sri Radha in the same way as he contemplated during his life on the banks of Radhakunda. The conclusion is that to live on the banks of Radhakunda and to bathe there daily constitute the highest perfection of devotional service. It is a difficult position to attain, even for great sages and devotees like Narada. Thus, there is no limit to the glory of Sri Radhakunda. By serving Radhakunda, one can get an opportunity to become an assistant of Srimati Radharani under the eternal guidance of the gopis.
Yes, thank you very much, Mata. Yeah. So now Prabhupada is quoting the commentary of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his Anuvritti. He is saying that even great sages and great devotees like Narada and Shanaka. So these devotees were mentioned in the verses previously also. Okay, if you see last verse, last to last verse, their names were told. They do not get an opportunity to come to Radhakund to take their baths. So somebody may have a question, Prabhu. We are getting opportunity to take bath in Radhakund and follow the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and then become followers of gopis. This possibility is there. So are we greater devotees than this Narada and Sanaka? What are we saying? Are we becoming greater than them? They are aspiring and we are getting opportunity and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is this. So are we going to be greater devotees than them? Okay, so somebody need to answer that. How to understand this? Yes, Amrish Pranpu.
This is actually to signify the glories of Radha Kund, not to glorify ourselves, but it is about like glorifying Radha Kund, that how important it is. So like what is the like the greatness of Radha Kund? Not like if I go and I become a greater than Narad Muni. So for that, if we want to see that, we can see the preaching and the other activities done by Narad Muni, and with that we can compare. If we want to see. So it's that form.
Okay, okay, good, good, okay. Yes, Anish Bro.
Prajit, there's similar thing comes in Bhagavatam when Prahlad Maharaj says that to Narsimhadev that you have bestowed this mercy upon me, which is not even available to Lakshmi Devi.
Yeah,
Similar verse comes. So that is, I think, a similar case. So
hmm,
um, I don't know the
yeah,
exact reason, but I just wanted
yeah,
to.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just asking devotees to guess only. Yeah. So, okay, yeah, that is also good. Okay. Mm, okay. Anybody else? Okay. Okay.
Prabhuji, it is
Yes, ma'am.
probably because the Radha Kunda is on earth and we are also on earth, whereas the other exalted devotees are moving all around. So they have many places to move, and we have
Okay.
just one place, and on earth we have this.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. matlab, If that is reason, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So, what my understanding is, I can share means what I have studied and I understood. Yeah. Yeah. So basically here, Narada and Sanaka, they are surely very okay. Yes. Vrajapati Gopinath bro, you have something to share, or it was by mistake?
No, sir. No.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, Narada and Sanaka,
Yeah.
they are exalted. Here, I think the Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur wants to tell their position is also not enough. Like their, even though they're exalted,
Hmm.
their that exalted position is also not enough to take the opportunity in taking bath in the Radhakund.
Hmm.
In case of our case, like Basically, as you are always telling, like it is based on the consciousness.
Hmm.
Even though we take the bath, and what consciousness we are taking the bath is most important. And if you take bath with a consciousness of normal water or
Hmm.
swimming spirit or something, then there is no use of taking bath in Radhakund like a holy place.
Hmm. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. So, yeah, as all devotees said, and Prabhuji also said that it's something to glorify Radha Kund, not glorify us, actually. That is true. And even it is not for comparing with any devotee. Yeah, it's like we want to glorify the holy name. Sixth canto, Ajamila story comes, where a certain advertisement kind of thing is given, where the glory of holy name is described to such an extent that everybody understand that yeah, holy name can deliver anybody just by chanting once. A very specific case is taken Ajamila because Ajamila did not have any previous offenses committed actually. So because of that, his case is very specific and that is chosen for the advertisement. Just like you have Flipkart, a big billion day or something. Some kind of days there were a lot of you know uh, special mercy is there kind of thing. Okay, special discount, not mercy, yeah, special discount. So in the same way, Bhagavatam chooses, scriptures choose to glorify something very, very amazingly. So Radhakund is glorified like that. And another understanding also is like Narada Muni is already a Nitya Siddha devotee. Okay, he is already situated in Sakhiras with Lord Shri Krishna. Okay, that is mentioned in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So he is already situated in some particular rasa in his eternal abode. Where is Narayana situated? He is situated in all the places. He is there in Mathura, he is there in Dwarka, he is there in Naridi Gopi, he is there in Vrindavan, he is there in Vaikunta, he is there in all places in different forms, expanded. He is already situated in some particular rasa. Now he is already serving the Lord in that rasa, so he will not change it. He is Nitya Siddha. For us, Prabhupada is saying that we have a choice. Where is it mentioned? Here. If one is thus constantly engaged during his lifetime, after giving up the body, he will return back to serve Sri Radha in the same way as he contemplated during his life on the banks of Radhakund. It may be mentally also on the banks of Radhakund, need not be physically. So Prabhupada is giving us a choice that we can choose to become situated in Madhuras by following the gopis. Okay. How? By this process. What is the process? As mentioned in verse 8, verse and 9. Okay. So Manasi Niyojya and Rasna Sukirtana. Okay. So by that one can achieve that. But can Narada Muni achieve that? Now he is already situated in some rasa. He will not be able to attain. So even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, this concept comes where Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking Murari Gupta to accept Sri Krishna as his Abhishta Deva. But Murari Gupta is not able to do that because he is already Nitya Siddha, he is Hanuman, who is situated in his eternal service to Lord Sri Ram. He cannot change his Ishta Deva now. So, as a sadhaka, we have a choice now to choose to be in Madhuraras or Sakhiras or Vatsalras or Dasiras. Whatever choice is ours, we can make a choice. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give a very specific choice. That is to accept Madhuri and that to become a follower of gopis. Okay. That I am not saying. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that. Okay, so Rup Damodar is Goswami is glorifying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu like that. Anarpita Charim Chirat Karuneha Avatirna Kalo Samarpayatim Unnat Ujjwal Rasam Swabhakti Shriyam. Okay, like that he glorifies. So there is a choice for us, but somebody already situated there, he cannot make a choice now. That is first point. So are we comparing or competing with Narada Muni? No, we are not competing. There may be a very big Ashwatha tree, which is fully grown. And there may be a small sapling of Tulsi tree. Now somebody may ask, which is better? Yeah, somebody can answer. Yeah, big Ashwatha tree is there, well established. And there is small sapling of Tulsi tree, which is better? You can answer. Some devotees can answer.
Tulsi Prabhu.
Okay, Tulsi. Okay. Somebody can give vote for Ashwatha also. Yeah, yeah, both are glorious in their own sense. Okay. Ashwatha tree also very, very worshipable and it's fully grown. But Tulsi tree plant, not tree plant, has its own glories, her own glories. Okay. So the devotees, and there may be some other tree also, like the Chandan tree, that has its own glory and it may be very big and well established. So Narad Muni, we can understand that he's a well established devotee who is a very big tree. But there may be a new sadhaka who is following after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood, who may be like a Tulsi tree, Tulsi plant. Okay. And we cannot compare. Tulsi plant has its own glories and benefits. Ashwatha tree has its own benefits. They are not to be compared, but we have to understand that Tulsi plant now it cannot become Ashwatha tree, and Ashwatha tree cannot become a Tulsi plant now. Okay. You are understanding. Okay. So even though the Tulsi plant is small, but the prospects are different compared to the Ashwatha tree of Narada Muni. A genuine simple sadhaka following in the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has very different prospects than what Narada Muni have already got or what Sanatana they are getting. Here another name is there. So they are actually devotees. Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite. So Srila Rupa Goswami has glorified in his songs. They are very great devotees, but they are not following in the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu what he came to give. So we are fortunate to follow in the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is fortune we have. Not that we have to compare or compete with anybody, but we have somehow got this fortune to accept the mood in which the gopis are there in Vrindavan. Okay, to become their followers. But these great devotees may not have that chance now. Okay. So it's not something to say ourselves great, but to understand that we have great fortune by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we are here. Okay. And how did it happen? Did it happen by chance? May not be. We might have come in touch with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement in some other universe, some other lifetime. We don't know. And then now we are here. It may not be by chance also fully. Like many times we say Prabhupada's disciples, they were planted in the Western countries to help Prabhupada. So did it happen all by chance? May not be. We don't know. But surely it doesn't look like everything is by chance. Okay. So that is the understanding we should understand. We are not something greater than them, but by following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can develop a bhakti of a specific type, which they may not be because they are already well established in their bhakti. Okay. Like Uddhava. Uddhava is already situated in Dasaras. He may not want to change it to Madhuri now. Okay. He's already happy. He's already well situated. But we are not yet well situated in that rasa, any of the rasa. So we have a choice by mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is the point. Okay. So that's what Prabhupada is saying. If by great fortune one gets an opportunity to come to Radha Kund and bathe even once, he can develop his transcendental love for Krishna exactly like the gopis did. Okay, like that. So we have this opportunity now to follow the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and attain a specific love. It is recommended that one should live on the bank of Radha Kund and should be absorbed in the loving service of the Lord. How? One can do it physically if the opportunity is there. Otherwise, one should surely do it, try to do it mentally if one is following the Raganuga sadhana process. Okay. So it's that way. One should bathe there regularly and give up all mental conceptions, taking shelter of Sri Radha and her assistant gopis. So, in what mood one should take bath? Previously, Prabhupada told one should take bath many times. So, there is no question of asking, should I take bath or not? Prabhupada already told to take bath many times. What is the mood one should take bath? Giving up all mental conceptions. Okay. Aham and mama. That I am this body, I am Indian, I am a male, like that. Okay. So for that, there are many famous verses. Naham Vipro Nacha Narpati. Okay. One can recite those verses and they have that mood. And also have the prayer that let me attain a specific love towards Shri Krishna as a follower of Shrimati Radharani and Gopis. Okay. And what else is the mood? Taking shelter of Shri Radha and her assistant Gopis like Lalita, Vishakha, like that. Okay, so this is a mood of taking bath. And then Prabhupada is saying, if one does this throughout his life, after giving up the body, he will return back to service of Shri Radha. Okay, he will not just go to spiritual world, but return to the service of Shri Radha, which he meditated during his life. Okay. So now Prabhupada is concluding here. The conclusion is that to live on the banks of the Radha Kund and to bathe there daily constitute the highest perfection of devotional service. Okay. And because it may not be physically possible for all of us, so we are not bereft of that opportunity, but we can do it even mentally if we are following the path of Raganuga sadhana. It is difficult position to attain even for great sages. Again, Prabhupada is saying it's difficult for them because either they have already established themselves in some rasa and that cannot be changed now, or they may not have come in touch with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu movement like we have come in touch. That is the point. Thus, there is no limit to the glory of Sri Radha Kund. So there is no limit to the glory of Radha Kund. It's not about us. Okay, like that.
Okay, there is one document that I could find. Now there, what they have given is Radha Kunda is actually Radha. So we cannot touch Radha Kunda with our feet. We cannot take bath. If only if we want to offer, then we can just take 3 drops and we should not touch our feet. Let our touch feet Radha Kunda. That is what it is
Yeah,
given.
yeah, yeah. That is good sentiment. Yeah, but that is not told by our acharyas, as far as I understand. So who is the acharya saying that, Mataji? Which acharya is
That
saying?
I shared the link here, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Prabhuji,
So we can read it later and then tell Mataji who is acharya
Yes,
saying. Yeah, you can
yes.
read it and then tell. Yeah, yeah. It will not be
Prabhuji,
our
it is
acharya.
told by our devotees also.
What is told, Prabhuji, by our devotees?
Even Kanaka Prabhu has told that we are
No
not
names.
that
Please don't
eligible.
take any names. We are
Okay.
not taking any names here. Yeah.
Okay.
If you can tell something without taking names, then you can go ahead.
Yeah, we have to. We are not that eligible to worship Radha Kunda at this stage, so we can take 3 drops and all that things.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is the
yeah. So just like Prabhupada told to the initial devotees, because they may be doing their frivolous activities in the Radha Kund. So in that mood, devotees may tell us also and caution us. Okay, but
okay.
if one takes it as an eternal instruction that one should never take bath because he will always remain a neophyte, that may not be correct in my understanding. So devotees also may grow in time, and then when they are mature, they have the right mood as told by Srila Prabhupada here. I have highlighted the mood. Okay, here. Okay, if this is the mood they can come to, they can surely take bath as Prabhupada has told. If somebody is telling you to do something against what Prabhupada has told in his purport, then my recommendation is you don't follow them. Okay. Yes. Okay. Any other question? Radhika, Gopika, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Huh.
We hear that Narad Muni became Naradi, right, to enter the Ras dance and all. So was it just to experience that, or was he wanting to serve in that mood of gopis? Because we
Yeah.
are hearing that he already has a service, right, in that
Yeah.
Sakya,
Understood.
as you said. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, that I have not read Mataji exactly what was the point, whether he wanted to just serve there just for the time being or eternally. I don't know. I have not read it, so I cannot tell exactly. But surely at that time, Narad Muni had that desire and he received that body. And as far as I know, eternally also Narad Muni is there in that form in Golok Vrindavan to serve. I have not read, so I don't know actually. Yeah. Okay, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else has any question?
Prabhuji, like the reference which Mataji Swati Mataji told, it is by Srila Prabhupada only.
You are on mute. You are on mute.
Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so the reference which Swati Mataji was saying, it is said by Prabhupada only. It is related to, like, it is made by our devotees only.
Okay.
Maybe I think Prabhupada says there that you can jump in Radhakund and you can play there,
Yeah.
similar to what you said.
Yeah. Yeah. I have read what you have posted in chat. Now you are saying that, na? Yeah. 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 So I'm saying Prabhupada has told that in that same mood. As far as I understand the scriptures and quotations of Prabhupada, and Prabhupada has told in that mood that one should not be frivolous. But if we see, as I highlighted here in this purport, Prabhupada is saying that, yeah, yeah, he should at least take a bath in the lake as many times as possible. That's what he has told in his book. But when it comes to conversations and letters, we can understand it may be something that is specific to a group of people. Okay, but books are like more general. That's what we understand. Okay, so I have read that quotation, and there is also past time where it happened, the devotees are doing it frivolously. So if you see that conversation here, what we have come across, he is saying you cannot jump into, and he's telling the words which are like more frivolous. Are you able to see that? Yeah, they are more frivolous kind of nature. Yeah, so that's what it is, because Rupa Goswami, what he has told in the last line, please read.
If one simply takes bath, bathes once within those holy waters, one's pure love of Krishna is fully aroused.
Yeah, so as Prabhupada has taught us, the Krishna Prema is the goal of our life. And Rupa Goswami is saying that by once taking bath, one will attain it. So if something is our goal, then and the process is given, and Prabhupada has told in the purport also, then we have to understand this is general instruction, and specific instructions may be there in conversation and letters. Okay.
Maybe time, place, circumstances
Yeah,
in
yeah,
later.
that's what
So
I'm trying to say. Yeah. But Prabhupada has told also himself that something, and even GBC has recommended that if something what Prabhupada has told in the books, that should be accepted as the general instruction compared to the letters and conversations. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Anybody want to ask or comment?
Briji,
Hmm.
may I?
Yeah.
I think Arjuneshwar Prabhu will join at 6:45 and the meeting will end. So can we restart now and then maybe he can take over. So there's no break. So we can restart now the meeting.
Yeah. Actually, I am done. If there are no questions, like my
Okay,
part
okay.
is done. So then, no, I have told him actually after 6 o'clock, anytime I can call him and he will join. Okay. So if you say I
Okay.
can call him and ask him to join right now, or you can
Uh,
maybe call, I will take this question of Aman Prabhu.
I'll call her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in the short, I wanted to ask, how can we take shelter of Radhakund, or just if you could give some advice?
Shelter of Radha Kund. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Actually, shelter of Radha Kund, how to take? I didn't expect this question. Not that I expected other questions, but that is, yeah, you are asking specific to this verse. Yeah. Yeah. How can we take shelter of Radha Kund? As it is told here in the verse number 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So Mansi Niyojya and Rasna Sukirtana. Okay. Syat Krishna Nam Charitapi Vidya. So all those activities which is mentioned in verse number 8 also. So related to Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Gun, Leela, we can do recitation with our tongue and remembrance with our mind. Okay. So starting with that, okay, one can gradually develop by following the instruction of gurus, Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru, and the acharyas like Srila Prabhupada and previous acharyas. And one will gradually develop interest by following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We will surely we are going to develop interest into Madhurya Ras and following after the gopis in gradual time. Okay, and then because taking shelter of Radha Kund is something very high. Okay, it's like the ultimate thing which one has to do in Gaudiya Sampradaya. So it can come little later, but one can try to have just like one His Holiness Bhanu Swami Maharaj gave this example. I'm repeating him. So somebody asked him this question that should we at all think of what we have to take shelter at the end at the perfection stage, or we should just do what we are supposed to do now? Maharaj said, yeah, just like when somebody has to go for IIT, JEE or some entrance exam, it's not that he will start thinking it when he is about to pass 12th standard. He'll start thinking it just like 6th standard people now they are doing foundation IIT, JEE. So one has to start thinking about it. What is his goal? Where he wants to go? So here Prabhupada also, if you see in the purport, he told what one has contemplated during his life. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejatyante kalevaram tam tam evaiti konteya sada tad bhava bhavita. That verse Shivaram Swami Maharaj says in the book Awakening of Spontaneous Devotional Service. What one contemplates, he has a goal in his mind on which he is contemplating, then he will attain. And he gives the example of just like a larva is there and he is bitten by the cat. Yeah, so he meditates on that and he attains that form, the caterpillar. Okay, so that is the point. So that is quite higher thing, but one will have to gradually evolve to it. Yeah, that is my understanding. Yeah, I don't know. I could not reply to you fully, but you can take guidance from senior devotees. Okay. Yes, Priya Gaurangi Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Hare
yes,
Krishna.
bro. Yes, bro.
Prabhuji, 1 minute. Prabhuji, now which link should I share with Prabhuji? Because last meeting was one meeting, one link.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
one link and it's ending. So which link?
Yeah, the previous link, because what happens in Zoom, we cannot start the meeting immediately. It takes 10 minutes gap to start a new meeting. So
Oh,
the first one you have to send.
okay.
Yeah. And devotees also need to join on the first one, which you can post again. Yes, Priya Gaurangi Mataji.
See, I have something.
1 minute. Again, your volume is less. Yes, now you can speak.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Prabhuji, I have a different question regarding 10th verse. Prabhuji, as we see the this level of bhaktas, sakam karmis, then jnanis, then gyan vimukta bhakti. So is this kind of a ladder? Like we should go first, we should take knowledge and then then become
Yeah.
gyan.
Yeah, I
Something
understood.
like
Yeah, I understood the question. Yeah. So it's not necessary, Mataji. Uh, Bhagavad Gita explains also that there is Karma Yoga, there is Jnana Yoga, there is Ashtanga Yoga, 6th chapter Dhyana Yoga, and then there is Bhakti Yoga, 7th chapter onwards. Basically, mixed Bhakti, 7th and 8th chapter, 9th is pure Bhakti. Gradual elevation is there. But okay, when does one go to Bhakti? Is it that gradually one has to go? Baldev Vidyabhushan and Vishwanath Charya Thakur both have given the same opinion that Bhakti cannot be taken up on one's own. How does one get into bhakti? By getting agyat sukriti from different sadhus. When that threshold is reached of that agyat